Hello there, you're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS News at 5. Let's begin with our top stories. A man was arrested by the police following the discovery of a woman's body in a room of a resort located in Muka on Sunday, July 11. According to Police Chief DSP Muhammad Rizal alias, the 52-year-old suspect was detained at a house in Muka at 1:40 p.m. on the same day.
Muhammad Rizal said the suspect, who is the victim's acquaintance, was the last person seen meeting the victim prior to her death. The victim was a 44-year-old single mother with 2 children who reside in Cebu. According to him, the case is considered solved within the arrest made. Previously, the victim had checked in the resort on the evening of July 9th with her children. The police were then notified at 12:35 p.m. that a woman's body had been found in the room and immediately dispatched a team from the Criminal Investigation Division to the scene to investigate. Preliminary investigation of the victim's body showed that there are signs of internal injuries on the neck and left waist. The case is being investigated under Section 302 of the Penal Code for murder.
A family of 4, including 2 children, was killed in a 2-vehicle collision near the Roban Junction along Jalan Saratok, Sarikay on Monday, July 11. The tragic incident happened around 6:50 a.m., involved a sedan car and a trailer.
According to a Sarawak Fire and Rescue Department Bomba Operations Center spokesperson, the deceased were a 30-year-old man, a 28-year-old woman, and 2 male toddlers aged 4 and 1. Firefighters from the Saratok station were deployed upon receiving the distress call. Upon arrival, they found all 4 were pinned to their seats. Rescue works were carried out immediately to extricate the victims from the wreckage using special equipment. However, they were pronounced dead by paramedics at the scene shortly after. Their bodies were handed over to the police to be taken to the hospital for post-mortem. Meanwhile, the lorry driver escaped unharmed from the accident. The operation ended around 9:30 a.m. after the firefighters cleared the road in the vicinity of debris and oil spills.
A man from Kampong Bakam was killed in a single-vehicle accident at kilometer 17, Miri Coastal Road. Miri Police Chief Assistant Commissioner of Police, Alexan Nagachabu, said the deceased had been identified as Mazwan Salan, aged 32. The victim was believed to be headed towards his workplace in Eastwood Valley when the incident occurred at 12:35 p.m. last Saturday, July 9. The deceased motorcycle crashed into a fallen tree on the road. The case is being investigated under Section 41 in Bracket 1 of the Road Transport Act 1987. A low-pressure weather system in the western part of the Philippines is expected to move towards eastern Vietnam in the period of July 10 to 13, bringing along with it strong westerly winds and cause squall line or severe thunderstorm incidents. The Malaysian Meteorological Department, Met Malaysia, said the situation could result in heavy rain with thunderstorms and strong winds in northern Sarawak, which include Bintulu, Miri, and Limbang until July 12.
Met Malaysia also said the wind would affect western parts of Sabah and Labuan until Tuesday and the northern states of the peninsula from tomorrow to July 13. The low-pressure weather system was detected based on the analysis of the Met Malaysia model, the European Center for Medium-Range Weather Forecast, and the Global Forecast System. Met Malaysia also advises the public to always refer to the department's official website and social media, as well as to download the My Cuaca application for the latest information.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob today said that 7 million Malaysians have yet to take their booster dose thus far. He said although the booster shots are not mandatory, it is vital for them to do so immediately, especially with the threat of the new Omicron BA.5 variant.
He said the recent positive COVID-19 cases is on an upward trend, and the dose would offer protection in facing the new variants of the virus. When asked if there was a plan to reopen large-scale vaccination centers to facilitate those who have yet to take the booster dose, Ismail Sabri said it was up to the Ministry of Health to decide if they find it necessary. The Prime Minister also said that the government had no plan to reclose the economic sectors despite the increase in the number of positive cases of COVID-19. Ismail Sabri said the people were also advised to take appropriate measures to avoid infection of COVID-19, even though many relaxations had been given since the country entered the transition to endemic phase on April 1st.
Malaysian Foreign Minister Datuk Seri Saifuddin Abdullah will host China's State Councillor and Foreign Affairs Minister Wang Yi, who will be on a two-day official visit to Malaysia on Monday, July 11. During the visit, Wang Yi will also have an audience with the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah at Istana Negara.
Wang Yi will also pay a courtesy call on Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob. Saifuddin and Wang Yi are scheduled to hold a bilateral meeting that will discuss various areas of bilateral cooperation and issues including trade and investment, high technology, digital economy, higher education, COVID-19 vaccine cooperation, and post-pandemic recovery. Wang Yi's last visit to Malaysia was 2 years ago. Wisma Putra noted that Malaysia and China's relations have continuously strengthened and consolidated over the years since the elevation of Malaysia-China relations to comprehensive strategic partnership in 2013. Both countries will celebrate the 10th anniversary of the partnership next year. Since 2009, China has been Malaysia's largest trading partner, with trade valued at 421.07 billion ringgit, accounting for 18.9% of total trade, an increase of 27% from 2020.
The Ministry of Plantation Industries and Commodities (MPIC) is confident that bilateral ties with Ankara will be further enhanced with the recent visit by Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob to Turkey. Its Minister Datuk Zuraida Kamarudin said she is confident that the strong ties between both countries will boost bilateral trade, especially in the export of Malaysia's commodities such as palm oil.
Zuraida said she met Turkish Minister of Trade Dr. Mehmet Mus on March 27 and delved into Malaysia's intention to intensify downstream activities of the palm oil industry. Malaysia also offered its expertise in natural rubber technology, mainly in seismic rubber bearings, which are capable of absorbing earthquake tremors for the construction industry, including bridges and railways, which are rapidly growing in Turkey. During that trip in March, she also called on Turkey to support Malaysia's palm oil products. There were also discussions to make Turkey a hub for Malaysian agricultural commodities to enter Europe and Central Asia. Turkey is an important market for Malaysia's agri-commodities. The trade value of Malaysia's agri-commodities with Turkey amounted to 6.02 billion ringgit in 2021, with an export value of 5.99 billion ringgit versus 4.01 billion ringgit in 2020. The four agri-commodities exported to the Republic are palm oil-based products, followed by rubber, cocoa, and timber.
Gunmen armed with rifles and pistols opened fire at people in a bar in the South African township of Soweto in the early hours of Sunday, killing 15 and wounding 9. The carnage took place shortly after midnight, according to police, who said the group of men entered the Orlando East Tavern in the township of the outskirts of the main city, Johannesburg, before shooting randomly at the patrons.
Umnyebelele phezu komnye ubuthi xa unqika omnye ubuchopho bungaphandle uma unqika omnye isifuba sivulekile uma unqika omnye ududuliwe emqolo ngoba kaloku sikhangela imindeni yethu njengoba singena besijamba-jamba abantu ebusuku sikhangela ukuthi akunabrother yam ekhoyo.
Police confirmed that there had been a second, apparently random shooting at around 8:30 p.m. local time on Saturday in a tavern in Pietermaritzburg, about 500 kilometers southeast of Soweto, killing 4 people and wounding 8. A police spokesperson said there was currently no suspicion the incidents were related.
Type of the rifles that we used, which is the AK-47, really does injure a person in such a way that that person sometimes never becomes easy for them to actually survive. So it is confirmed now where 15 people who have passed on from this incident in South.
In both cases, the unknown gunmen fled the scene and are now on the run, adding that it was not clear how many were involved in the attacks or what their motives were. South Africa is one of the world's most violent countries, with 20,000 people murdered every year, one of the highest per capita murder rates globally.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. Just a click away by heading onto our official website or follow us on our social media platforms. That's all the time we have for the TVS News at 5. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching.